Hey there, it's Seaton. Today I'll be talking about a perfume from the latest collaboration that Jo Malone has done with Zara. I believe this is like the 8th collection that she has done since the initial collection of 8, the Emotions collection in 2019. This collection is called Captivating Memories. And I tested these perfumes. There were 5 in the collection, and I think they just came out this month. I tested all 5 around twice in the stores before I eventually picked this one, which is Vibrancy Adventures. Unlike the previous collection, they are not numbered, so this could be number 1, this could be number 5, doesn't matter. Let me just show you the box. So white box, and all the 5 are color coded on the neck. This one has the yellow neck. There's one with a red neck. There's one with a purple neck. And the box is color coordinated also. It says on this side is the same yellow. And it says Vibrancy Adventures. On the white in the front, it says Vibrancy Adventures. This is blank. On the back is a description. And the American price, I'm sure underneath is the European price. I don't feel like looking underneath it because I'm sure it's much, much less. It says made in Spain here. And here is the bottom, if you want to take a look at it, with the batch code. Now let's take a look at this bottle. Immediately, you can see that it has a much larger resemblance to the classic Jo Malone London bottle. It has like the corners. Oops, this one. It has the corners cut like this, like the Jo Malone London one, except that I think the side, the cut is longer than here. It's like very, very slim here. And overall, the Zara bottle is actually, if you could compare it, this is rectangular. This is a perfect square with the corners cut. This has the paper label. This one has the information etched on it. I mean, they can do like stickers. Like I have an original. I have an original one from the first collection, which is number 1, Emotions, the Vetiver Pamplemousse, and it does have the sticker on the bottom versus, let me see, okay, here we go, versus the etching on the bottom. I think this white plastic cap with the white sprayer is a little bit childlike. Oh man. And I would say for this one also, this sprayer on it is leaking. I might have to complain to Zara about it. If you see like the original one, you can see that it's much taller than this one. And I just got this, I think around 5 days ago or so, and you can see how much is already gone from it. This one, I'm about 40% left. And but I've had it for I've had it for 1.5 years, almost 2 years, this one. Okay, so the reason why I'm showing my #1 Vetiver Pamplemousse with this is because it's very, very similar. I would say up front that if you have this, and this is probably my favorite of all the Jo Malone for Zara collection, I think. Anyway, if you have this, the Vetiver Pamplemousse, and I know that a lot of other people love it, I don't think there is any need for you to get this. When I tried it in the store, I thought that possibly this was a little bit more tart than this, but it didn't turn out to be true if I compare it side by side. Yeah, if I compare side by side on, like, each hand or something, I am wearing it right now. But like I said, I have been testing it for the past 5 days and comparing them for the past 5 days. But let me show you the different notes. But like it's like a case of you really shouldn't even like pay attention sometimes because it can be deceiving. So the Vetiver Pamplemousse, the notes listed are grapefruit, mandarin, and vetiver. And I would say that you do smell all 3 notes, which is part of the appeal of this fragrance. But this one, the Vibrancy Adventures, I hate all the names for the new collection because they're a little bit generic, and I get them confused, even with the color codes and everything. I will talk about one of the other fragrances because it is the most hyped of the collection, and I could not get it because it didn't agree with me. But I'll talk about that later. But anyway, the notes listed for this is, as you can see, is much different than Vetiver Pamplemousse. It's lemon, lychee, apple, cedar. But what you really smell is like perhaps on the opening, a pink grapefruit and mandarin, a kind of tart but sweet grapefruit accord. And I guess even though it says lemon is the opening on this, it's basically similar. A pink grapefruit, very tart, maybe slightly more tart than this, but like it's minimal for me. I mean, that's what I'm smelling. The difference is very, very minimal. I mean, I think the opening is like pretty much the same. It's very juicy. So like there is no mandarin listed here for the Vibrancy Adventure, so I guess it's grapefruit lemon, even though it's not listed. But it's definitely what I'm smelling on the opening for both is a tart, juicy, very almost, photorealistic grapefruit. The dry down, there is a subtle difference, but again, is I don't think you need both of these. I think like for me, the Vetiver, in the Vetiver Pamplemousse, it's more like a base for the fragrance. It's not a strong vetiver. I mean, I like it because it really grounds the citrus so that it doesn't seem as fleeting. But even then, this I get like 4 hours wear. I get 6 hours wear with this. I have to admit, they're both EDP. This one is 90 millimeters, and this one's 100. The regular Jo Malone bottle is 100 millimeters. This one, I mean, they fudge on the price a lot, but like, this is $39.95 for 90 millimeters. This is $29.95 for 100 millimeters. But anyway, I think the dry down on the Vibrancy Adventures, obviously you don't smell the vetiver. It has a cedar base, and it's not particularly woody. I think that the dry down is slightly more fruity floral, but lychee and apple is mentioned, and I would say that apple is like one of my least favorite fruity notes, and I would probably notice if it has strong apple accord. It does not. It's just a generic fruity, maybe floral, pleasant, fruity floral dry down with again the cedar acting as a stronger base for it, like the vetiver and the Vetiver Pamplemousse is a nice base for the grapefruit, the pamplemousse. Now let me, like I said, I did test twice all of the 5 fragrances, and the most talked about is the one that is most different from the rest, because most of them are kind of like a citrus based fragrance. The one that is not like the others is called Warm Freedom. Let me show you. Okay, here we go. Yeah, here we go. This is Warm Freedom, and it has a coffee note in it. All the notes listed are cotton, magnolia, coffee, musk, sandalwood, cashmere. So 6 notes listed for this Warm Freedom. And I will say what I got was a huge baby powder bomb with lots of musk and the coffee note all the way in the background that you can detect it, but it never comes to the foreground. I found it cloying. I found it very strong. It was probably one of the most strongest in the collection, with one other. This one I would say is probably the weakest of the collection. The Warm Freedom, and let me see. And yeah, this, I think it was this one. Let me just check on that. Yeah, no, not that one. I would say, well, okay, I'm showing you the purple necked one, which is Reflecting Celebrations. Oh my God, these generic names. This has Palo Santo in the base, and I found this the most masculine of the collection. I thought that it was a little bit too spicy masculine for me. This one is the one that outright has grapefruit as a note. I think I can't remember the other one that I found really cloying, but the Warm Freedom definitely was cloying and really strong, and I really could not even stand it for for an even hour wearing it. Okay, so I'm at the 15-minute mark. I think this is going to be it. So I'm just going to say goodbye. If you liked the video, please like and subscribe. Until next time, this is Seaton. Bye now.